The spring breeze carried the scent of fresh-cut grass to Willow Creek, a suburban haven where every lawn was a masterpiece and every mailbox matched. For 3 years, Ryan Mitchell had called it home, raising his 6-year-old son, Caleb, alongside his wife, Emily. Their move came with a rulebook thicker than a dictionary, courtesy of the Willow Creek Homeowners Association, a group more gallant than a prison warden. Ryan had skimmed its pages: paint colors, lawn heights, no Christmas lights past New Year's, but never imagined those rules would ignite a war. That war arrived on a Tuesday, led by Pamela Hayes, the HOA's iron-fisted queen. Pamela, with her sharp blonde bob and crisp linen slacks, patrolled in her silver Audi like a general. Neighbors whispered her nickname, the Enforcer, dodging her pastel violation notices. Ryan had endured her wrath before: a $50 fine for trash cans lingering post-pickup, a warning for Christmas lights up 2 days late. Each time, Pamela's smile was a blade, her voice syrupy. "Rules apply to everyone, Ryan." He'd nod, comply minimally, and move on, keeping peace. But this Tuesday, peace shattered. Ryan was on a Zoom call in his home office when Caleb's cries pierced the house, not a scraped-knee whimper, but raw anguish. Ryan bolted outside. Caleb stood in the front yard, tears streaming, hands empty. "Daddy, the mean lady took my toys!" he sobbed, pointing down the street. Through the window of Pamela's Audi, Ryan glimpsed Caleb's yellow toy bulldozer on the passenger seat. Shock hit first, then fury. Had she stolen from his son? Ryan knelt, steadying his voice. "What did she say, buddy?" Caleb hiccuped. "She said toys aren't allowed out front. She's keeping them till we follow rules." Ryan's pulse raced, but he kept calm for Caleb. "Don't worry. Daddy's getting them back." He noted the missing items: the bulldozer, a bucket of toy trucks, and Caleb's beloved superhero figure, his nightly sleep companion. This wasn't an HOA nitpick, it was theft. Ryan checked the HOA bylaws. Section 12, Paragraph 4 banned recreational equipment, like swing sets, not a child's toys during play. Even if stretched, confiscation wasn't allowed. He called Pamela's HOA listed number. No answer. He left a firm voicemail and emailed her, copying the board, demanding the toys return. Hours passed. Caleb moped, asking for his figure. Ryan promised action, plotting his next move. The next morning, Pamela answered his call, her voice dripping with fake warmth. "Ryan, I was about to contact you about yesterday's violation." Ryan cut through. "Pamela, you took my son's toys from our yard." "That's not a violation, it's theft." "Return them now." A pause, then her tone sharpened. Section 12, Paragraph 4, no recreational equipment in front yards. I've had complaints about the clutter. As president, I can remove violations. Ryan's grip tightened on the phone. That rule's for permanent structures. You can't take personal property. Return the toys today, or I'm calling the police. Pamela laughed, incredulous. Threatening me? I'm protecting property values while your kid turns our neighborhood into a landfill. The toys stay until next month's board meeting. She hung up. Ryan stared at the phone, stunned. Holding Caleb's toys hostage for a month? This was no power trip, it was a crime. He documented everything: photos of their tidy yard, printed bylaws, saved emails, and notes from the call. Then, after a deep breath, he dialed the non-emergency police line, reporting a theft with calm precision. The officer sounded skeptical but promised a VY sit. An hour later, Officer Delgado knocked. She listened as Ryan explained, showing the bylaws and emails. So, she took your son's toys while he was playing? Delgado confirmed, frowning. HOA disputes are usually CIVYL, but taking property without permission is theft. She asked for a list of items, valued at $70, petty theft, but actionable. Do you want to press charges? Ryan didn't hesitate. Pamela's actions hurt Caleb and echoed her bullying of others. Yes. She's done this before, just not this blatant. It stops now. Delgado nodded, heading to Pamela's house 3 doors down. From his window, Ryan watched Pamela gesticulate wildly, pointing at his house. Delgado stayed calm, taking notes. After 10 minutes, she returned to her cruiser, made a call, and was joined by another officer. They reapproached Pamela's door, then followed her inside. 20 minutes later, Delgado called. We've recovered your son's toys. But there's more. Mess. Hayes has a room full of confiscated items from neighbors' gnomes, chairs, tools, all labeled with addresses and violation notes. This is bigger than your case. Ryan's jaw dropped. Pamela was a serial thief, her enforcement, a calculated crime spree. Delgado continued. We're charging her with multiple counts of petty theft, possibly criminal mischief. The DA might escalate to grand larceny based on the total value. Ryan retrieved Caleb's toys the next day, GIVYing a statement at the station. The recovered items, hundreds from dozens of homes, pushed Pamela's charges to felony grand larceny, with potential prison time. Neighbors filed CIVYL suits, their anger fueled by years of her reign. Caleb clutched his superhero figure, smiling again, but Ryan felt the weight of what he'd unleashed. An emergency HOA meeting followed. The board suspended Pamela, apologizing profusely. The HOA's for community, not theft, the VYC president said, red-faced. New enforcement rules banned confiscation. 3 weeks later, Pamela's fate was sealed. The courtroom was packed with neighbors, their whispers a low hum. The judge's voice was firm. Pamela Hayes, you're guilty of grand larceny and criminal mischief. 9 months in jail, 2 years probation, Dula $6,000 fine, and restitution to all VY Tims. Pamela's face twisted, mascara streaking. I was protecting our community, she cried. The judge was unmoved. You stole from it. Willow Creek exhaled. Caleb played freely, his bulldozer digging dirt by the driveway. Lawns bloomed with reclaimed gnomes and flags. Property values rose 10 fan tram, proof harmony outshone tyranny. Ryan and Emily hosted barbecues, neighbors now friends. But a letter arrived, postmarked from the county jail. Pamela's scrawl was venomous. You destroyed me, but I'll rise. Willow Creek will pay. Was it a broken woman's rant or a vow of revenge? Some neighbors argued Ryan's charges were too harsh, turning Pamela into a martyr. Others saw justice for years of theft. As Ryan watched Caleb play, he knew he'd saved more than toys, freed a community. Yet Pamela's threat lingered, a dark cloud over Willow Creek's fragile peace.
If you were the one in this story, how would you react? Would you stand up and fight back, or accept the unreasonable pressure and control from the HOA? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with more people. Your small action gives us the motivation to keep bringing you more intense and engaging stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.